だ。そうじゃねえ。これは俺たちの物語だ。
Sometimes anime fights are so intense that they don't just break the internet, they body your Wi-Fi. These are the battles that made forums crash, TikToks explode, and YouTubers scream like their microphones owed them money. From Ultra Instinct to Universal Drills, this is your ticket to reliving the moments that made the anime community collectively lose its mind. Okay, so this whole thing is basically a cosmic stress test dressed up as a tournament arc. Jiren's standing there like this, an unmovable fortress with fists, right? Meanwhile, Goku's out here stacking techniques like he's upgrading a gaming PC in the middle of a match. You've got Gaioken spiking red, the Spirit Bomb going off in white, and then Ultra Instinct just slips in, like this calm whisper right before an earthquake hits. When that silver-haired Instinct finally meets Jiren's Iron Will, the entire stadium just becomes this battlefield of pure willpower. This fight isn't just a flashy exchange of jutsu, it's two broken kids finally airing out years of pain. Every Rasengan and Chidori hits harder because it's not just power, it's every argument, every promise, every "I'll save you" echoing all at once. The Valley of the End isn't just scenery, it's a reflection of them, wrecked, stubborn, and full of history. Naruto's fighting not because he wants to win, but because he refuses to give up on the bond that shaped him. Sasuke's swinging like he's trying to cut himself free from everything that ever tied him down. When it's over, they're lying there. No arms, no strength, just silence. But listen, we spend thousands of hours watching anime, protecting our waifus and husbandos with our lives, but are you protecting the screen you actually watch them on? That's why I'm teaming up with Rhino Shield, the sponsors of this video. I've finally upgraded my gear, rocking this Attack on Titan case right now because even if the walls fall, my phone needs to survive the rumbling. And the new Solid suit is evolved. It's not just strong, it features reinforced corners and inner shock grooves that absorb up to 71% of impact force. They also sent over their Naruto collection. Whether you want the Akatsuki vibes or the classic Hidden Leaf, the designs are clean and the protection is elite. And for that training arc at the gym I keep promising to start, this Haikyuu Aqua Stand is a game changer. It's a water bottle with a 2 times stronger MagSafe mount that doubles as a tripod. And huge news, the Aqua Stand is currently 40% off. Best part, they use a monomaterial design, meaning these cases are 100% recyclable. Right now, it's the biggest sale of the year. Rhino Shield's Black Friday event is live with up to 50% off site-wide. Hit the link in the description and use code VINI15 for an extra 15% off on top of those savings. Protect your world, guys. perfection could throw hands, it'd look exactly like Levi Ackerman mid-spin. The Beast Titan's out here chucking rocks like it's playing MLB, thinking he's untouchable, and then Levi shows up, silent, surgical, and absolutely done with everyone's nonsense. Every slash, that's Levi paying tribute to his fallen squad. Every dodge, a middle finger to fate itself. His ODM gear screams, his blades sing, and by the time the Beast Titan realizes what's happening, it's already too late. He's been turned into a lesson on why you never underestimate humanity's most dangerous short king. Now, hear me out with this one, okay? I know you're gonna come at me for not taking any other fight, but this is the fight that got Demon Slayer on the map, so I'm gonna count that here, okay? The whole thing turns into this haunting dance, elegance and agony twined together. Rui's madness spirals, but Danjiro and Nezuko's bond burns brighter than any web he could spin. And when that final slash drops, the blade flaring with sun breathing and Nezuko's blood igniting midair, it doesn't feel like triumph, it feels like poetry. Written in fire, tears, and everything they've lost.
化け物が。殺す。 自分を肯定するために。
Gojo versus Toji, the definition of peak anime tension. It's like watching a chess match, except every move ends in an explosion. Toji's out here moving like a ghost with a hitman's precision. No curses, no fancy tricks, just pure lethal skill. Meanwhile, Gojo's treating the laws of physics like they're optional DLC, calm, smirking. Toji's every strike screams, "I earned this," while Gojo's every counter whispers, "You were never winning this." It's skill versus divinity, grit versus god mode, and when Gojo awakens, it doesn't feel like he's leveled up. It feels like the entire universe just realized who the main character was. Pure style, pure dominance, straight up anime royalty. This fight is peak Black Clover chaos, raw, loud, and beautifully unhinged. Dante's twisting gravity turns the whole arena into a collapsing nightmare, while Yami's slicing through space like he's cutting reality just to make it behave. Then Arstar crashes in, screaming, swinging, and defying logic with that anti-magic blade like a man possessed. It's not elegant teamwork, it's pure instinct. Two lunatics and a demon slayer sinking mid-battle like they've been training for this all their lives. Dante's smug regeneration meets Yami's calm, I've seen worse attitude, and Arstar's feral determination that just won't quit. And when that final combo lands, it's not a polished anime finisher, it's just two absolute madmen and their protege beating destiny into submission. And that's exactly why it's legendary.
決着を早めたい戦闘にのみ使う切り札だが
The universe is exploding and Saitama's just vibing. Boros is out here going full final boss mode, blasting cities off the map, regenerating like he's got infinite continues, and literally punting Saitama to the moon. Dude's rewriting the laws of anime power-ups every 10 seconds. And what does Saitama do? Lands back on Earth, dusts off his cape and goes, alright, my turn. Every punch from Boros screams desperation, a warrior begging for purpose. Every punch from Saitama just is. Effortless, absolute. When that serious punch finally lands, it's not epic, it's merciful. The universe bows, Boros smiles, and Saitama walks off wondering, what's for dinner? This fight isn't just a battle, it's Bleach at its most haunting. Ulquiorra stands there like a walking void, calm, cold, and terrifyingly empty. Every move he makes feels like silence weaponized. Then there's Ichigo, all fire, fury, and human emotion, charging in like he's trying to punch meaning into nothingness itself. When Ulquiorra reveals his second release, the entire sky just gives up and starts trembling, and Ichigo, he stops being a hero, he becomes something else. Raw instinct, rage, and pain wrapped in a hollow scream. Orihime's voice cuts through the chaos like a plea for humanity itself, and when Ichigo finally wins, it doesn't feel like triumph, it feels like a loss. A hollow victory in every sense. Chills every time. Mob vs Doichiro in Mob Psycho 100 at its absolute peak. Pure chaos painted with emotion. Doichiro's losing it, power bursting out like a nuke made of ego and regret. Buildings are floating, the sky's folding in on itself, and reality looks like it's having an existential crisis. Meanwhile, Mob's not fighting out of anger, he's glowing with this quiet, terrifying empathy. Every psychic blast he throws isn't to destroy, it's to understand. The whole city turns into their therapy session, one man consumed by his power, the other trying to save him from it. Colors go wild, emotions explode, and through all the madness, you realize this isn't just a showdown. When it's over, there's no winner. Just two broken souls finding clarity in the wreckage. This isn't just a fight, it's Hunter x Hunter turning philosophy into fireworks. Netero walks in like an old monk who's seen too much, smiling with that you have no idea what's coming kind of calm. Then boom, the 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva drops, and every strike feels like divine judgment wrapped in muscle memory. Meruem moves like royalty reincarnated, curious, composed, and terrifyingly aware of his own perfection. It's not chaos, it's clarity colliding with conviction. Netero fights for humanity's messy, beautiful beautiful will to survive. Meruem fights, well, the kind that scares gods. And when Netero plays his final card, it's not rage, it's faith. A prayer disguised as a bomb. The explosion fades, but that silence afterwards, that's legacy, my friend. Alright, picture this. The moon's out, the air's still, and two absolute maniacs are about to turn swordsmanship into an art form. Nanashi walks in calm, quiet. The kind of guy whose sword draws closer than most people think. Not because he's lazy, but because he's measuring your soul first. Every move he makes feels like a whisper with intent to kill. Then you've got Luo Lang, all fire and flare, grinning like he's been waiting his whole life to die in a good fight. The man doesn't walk, he charges, like chaos itself just got bored. When their blades meet, it's not a fight, it's choreography from gods. And then the final strike. No build up, no screams, just one perfect moment. Clean, fast, inevitable. All you can think is, yeah, this is how legends end. Takamura vs Hawk isn't just boxing, it's raw animalistic theatre. Hawk steps into the ring like a predator on caffeine, every jab snapping with violent rhythm. He's all swagger, all venom, mocking Takamura as if he's already won. But then you remember, Takamura's built different. The man's ego could power a city, and pain only makes him stronger. Each round becomes a brawl between madness and pride, blood painting the canvas like a second referee. Hawk dances, Takamura endures, and the ring shakes under their willpower. When that final punch lands, it doesn't feel like victory, it feels like evolution. Hawk hits the mat, Takamura roars, and everyone watching realizes they've just witnessed a man transcend boxing into pure, glorious insanity. Now, this isn't your typical anime showdown. It's two broken dudes having a midlife crisis with guns and holy punches. Kiritsugu moves like a ghost, calm, efficient, and emotionally bankrupt. The kind of guy who's already mourned himself. Gotomine's the total opposite though. A priest who's basically realized he's happier breaking bones than saving souls. Their fight isn't flashy, it's messy, brutal, and way too personal. And that's what makes it hit so hard. It's not about heroes or villains anymore, it's just two men drowning in purpose and guilt, trying to see who can live with their sins a little longer.
私は魔力を制限していた。 アウラ。自害しろ。
Frieren versus Aura is the kind of fight that whispers, know your place, before casually ending you. Aura walks in all smug and self-assured, flexing her control over life and death like she's the queen of arrogance. And then there's Frieren, calm, quiet, looks like she's about to ask for tea instead of throwing hands. But when she decides to get serious, oh boy, she doesn't raise her voice, doesn't break a sweat, just pure dominance wrapped in composure. By the end, Aura's trembling. Frieren's barely blinked, and everyone watching just learned what ancient magic supremacy really means.
僕を阻んでいるのだ。おしとりゃ。外ろ、外ろ。なんだ。褒められてきたんでな。ハウス。
When Bakugo vs All For One aired, we were all hyped AF. This fight was pure adrenaline-fueled carnage. The moment Bakugo rockets in, the sky might as well explode. It's explosions on top of explosions, rage wrapped in heroism. All For One's out here flexing god-tier villain energy, throwing quirk combos like he's hacking reality. But Bakugo, he's not just keeping up, he's dominating. Every blast screams defiance, every move fueled by years of pain, pride, and a relentless drive. It's chaos, lightning, and willpower colliding in midair. The kid who once chased validation now stands toe-to-toe with evil itself.
あれはグレンナが。
任せとけ。やってみせ。受け取れ。食らえ。
Up next is Everyone vs Anti-Spiral. Now this is the definition of anime turned up to 11. The universe itself becomes their battleground. Galaxies swinging like nunchucks, drills the size of solar systems, and speeches so powerful they could resurrect your motivation. The Anti-Spiral throws despair like it's a weapon, preaching logic and hopelessness. But Team Daiguren, they laugh in the face of the impossible. Gamina's spirit, Simon's resolve, every scream of "Who the hell do you think we are?" is pure rebellion against the cosmos. Mechs collide, stars shatter, and the line between dream and reality gets obliterated. It's not a fight anymore, it's humanity punching God in the face with sheer belief. This isn't just hype, this is galactic emotion with sunglasses on. And we have Sung Jin-woo versus the Ant King. Now this feels like watching a god swat away evolution's final mistake. The Ant King charges in, all claws, speed and arrogance, a monster that devoured nations and thinks it's untouchable. But then Jin-woo walks in, calm, shadow army at his back, and suddenly the predator realizes he's the prey. Every move Jin-woo makes oozes dominance. The Ant King's roars shake the arena, Jin-woo's silence crushes it. It's over before it begins. One shadow slash, one command, and the so-called apex falls like an insect underfoot. No speeches, no mercy, just a reminder that when Jin-woo shows up, monsters start preying instead of hunting. Congrats, you survived the chaos. Before you yell at me in the comments, why didn't you add this? Why didn't you add that? Well, I could, but the video would end up being a very long one now, wouldn't it? Trust me, I would have loved to include it. So if you think your favorite fight that broke the internet didn't make it to this video, comment down below and I'll consider making another one just for you. Now, do your civic duty as a cultured anime enjoyer. Like, share, and subscribe so the algorithm knows you have elite taste.